Hey, what's going on, family? This is your brother here once again, DeAndre Riley, D.R.speaks, and today is day 17 of the 21-day journey to better in 21. As I always say, stay connected. Encourage others to join this movement as well. Go to DRspeaks.org. You can catch up on the old videos and see how it is that we have been getting better in 21 days. But today's subject I'm extremely excited about, and I believe that it's absolutely essential that if we're going to get better, that we grab hold to this subject here today, and that is stop being so critical. Because within today's society, we are so inundated with the propensity to be negative, and we're so quick to find faults, and we're so quick to find out what's wrong with people and what's wrong with certain situations, and seeing the bad instead of seeing the good, seeing the negative instead of seeing the positive, and it's causing us to be critical. And when you're critical, it affects all areas of your life, whether you believe it or not. I can tell you from experience, this is something that I dealt with in my own life, and I thank God that I've been able to overcome it. But I remember sitting down, most notably talking to my pastor about this, and I guess I was expressing to him my discontentment about some things, and he began to explain to me how bitterness begins to set in, and it begins to rise up, and it poisons us, and it causes us to be critical, it causes us to be negative, it causes us to always find faults in certain people and certain situations, and that begins to affect our ministries, that begins to affect our marriages, it begins to affect our employment situations, our businesses, in all areas of our lives, because we are being critical, and we can't seem to find the good in certain situations. We can't have any peace, any joy, because we're always so negative. And so if we're going to get better, we're going to have to stop being so critical. And so here's 3 points to help you with that. Number 1, learn to see the good in others. Because at the end of the day, whether you believe this or not, whether you accept it or not, there's good in each and every one of us. There's good in everyone. We were all created in the image and likeness of God. Therefore, there's something good within all of us. It's just our responsibility. It's our obligation to be able to see past maybe some of those negative things to the good. Because if we're being critical, we're not adding to the solution. We're just adding to the problem. So let's start trying to find the good in people and maybe help nurture that. And that can help make the world better. Understand this, it is so unfair, it is so not right to judge a person strictly based on how they, I guess, have presented themselves or how they appear. And no, I'm not talking about judging the tree by its fruits, because in order to do that, you got to be able to know a little bit more than just what you see on the outside. You got to be able to know a little bit more than just what you see. It's not right to judge a book by its cover. In fact, Ambrose Bierce, he said this: the covers of this book are too far apart. In other words, there's much more to me than meets the eye. Get to know me, get to understand me a little bit better. Don't criticize what you don't understand, but learn to find the good in people. If you're not trying to help them, then you need to leave it alone. If you're not trying to help them, guess what? Be quiet. Abraham Lincoln, he said it like this: you can be critical as long as you have the heart to help people. As long as it's constructive criticism, it's all right. As long as it's meant to build people up and not tear them down, that's okay. But we have to do it in love, and we have to do it with being able to find the good in everybody. Number 2, understand and realize this: everyone has the right to believe what they believe, and they have the right to their own opinions. And I think if we get this, it'll cause us not to be so frustrated. We'll not get so upset with people all the time because they're not responding the way we want them to respond. They don't act the way we want them to act. They don't do what we think they should be doing. But listen, we all have the freedom to choose the life that we want to choose. We can do what we want to do. We can be who we want to be. We can say what we want to say. Whether it's right or wrong, guess what? People, they have the choice. Now, I'm not saying that you should stop trying to help make the world better, but understand you can't make anyone do anything. I don't care how much they go against your moral code. I don't care how much they go against your beliefs or your religions. People are going to be people. They can do what they want to do. They can have the life that they want to have. It's their choice. If they don't want to get better, that's on them. But make sure you're doing what you can to help make the world better, but don't get so frustrated. Don't get so upset and so critical if people aren't accepting what it is that you want them to do. I'm reminded of the scripture that says that Paul planted and Apollos watered, but God gave the increase. I mean, imagine if Paul would have got upset when he planted, he didn't see the increase right away. But sometimes people come along and maybe they water what it is that you planted, but ultimately God brings the increase. Lastly, number 3, this is so very, very important. We have to learn how to focus on ourselves. focus on yourself first, because family, when you begin to focus on yourself, you'll begin to find out that there are things about you that are not right. You'll begin to understand and realize that you don't got it all together. Come a little bit closer. You'll realize and understand that you are not perfect. You got areas in your life that you need to work on too. And when you begin to work on yourself, you'll get so preoccupied with the issues in your life that you don't have time to be finding fault in everybody else, nor do you have the right to do it. Take heed lest you fall. Don't let a man think more highly of himself than he ought to. I know you may be educated, you may have a lot of money, you may be popular, you may have a lot of things going for you, but understand and realize we all have areas in our life that we need to work on. We all have areas in our life in which we need to get better. Let's do like Jesus said. Before trying to take out the stick in your brother's eye, make sure you remove the one that's in yours and get better for yourself. When you get better for yourself, then it can help make the world better, because you have focused on yourself first and you've been able to see, hey, we all got issues, and that will help you understand, that'll help you be a little bit more compassionate towards others, and that'll help ultimately make the world better. Listen, family, let's not be so critical, let's not be so judgmental, let's not be so quick to find faults in people, but let's be positive, let's seek the good, let's seek to be the change. Listen, my girl Lynn McCree, she said it like this: be the change that you want to see in the world, and this world will get better because you were in it. We're getting better in 21 days. D.R. Speaks. Peace. Be blessed.